Welcome to the Untrapped podcast, where we give motivational and inspirational tips about life, small business, wisdom,
health, wealth, finance, relationships.
It's about being the best you that you can possibly be. Hashtag Untrapped. Welcome to the Untrapped podcast. I am your host, Keith Kelfis.
This is Keith Kelfis, founder of the Window Cleaning Blueprint. I would like to invite you to this free webinar class that I'm holding, where I'll be teaching some of the most powerful things I've learned about starting and growing a small business, especially in today's internet marketing age. Since 2013, there's been some massive changes that have taken place and it completely revolutionized the way SEO, or search engine optimization, happens online. I'm a voracious person who's obsessed with internet marketing, and when my customers call, I always ask them, how did you learn about our services? Most of the time, they say, well, we found you on Google and you had a lot of positive reviews. That's very interesting to me. Positive reviews, what is social proof? How do you create social proof so other people are saying, yes, you're a good service? I want to do a quick Q&A here. I get a lot of questions about, what do you think about Home Advisor and Angie's List and all these different services that, you sign up with a contract and then you pay these companies every single month in order for them to get you leads, right? The number one I'm always getting asked about is like Home Advisor, right? And then I always answer, I have a friend of mine who owns a landscaping company, and they do fairly large jobs, multi-$1,000 jobs, up to $80,000, which big jobs. So, and the reason I'm saying that is because you got to pay for leads, right? You could pay $16 for a lead or $30 for a lead. I don't know, I'm not with Home Advisor yet, but they probably would be one of the next companies I'd go with. And I'm not affiliated with Home Advisor whatsoever at all. I'm just using them as an example here. But this is the way I look at all these lead services. Instead of hiring and paying somebody thousands of dollars in-house, like sitting in an office to do all this lead generation for you, you're outsourcing it to a company who's professional, who's a trusted authority in the marketplace, and who's established and verifies credentials for the client, verified leads, qualified leads, and then you're a qualified contractor, and they marry those two together. Of course, you're going to spend money on marketing and advertising, but I think it's really smart to invest in companies like this. But here's where I hear the complaints come in with Home Advisor and Angie's List and Bing and Google ads and Facebook ads and general offline marketing and advertising. We're afraid, especially newbie business owners. Quick thing, open your value pack coupons when you check your mail, right? We call it junk mail, but it's not junk to the right person who's looking for that specific coupon. If you're looking, there's companies that are spending thousands of dollars a month for roofing, HVAC, home cleaning, power washing, restaurants, all that stuff. It's just part of their advertising and marketing campaign. The difference between a one-off ad or a one-off, blast in a marketing campaign means it's a long-term, ongoing, strategic growth type thing. Like they've already allocated money and new revenue that comes in, they're putting in a percentage of that to grow their business. So we got some sprinklers going off here, man. You got to spend money. You got to pay to play. Look at it from the viewpoint of these marketing companies, or like a Home Advisor. I can't speak for them. I'm not affiliated with them, but I'm just saying. So they say, okay, we're doing all this upfront work. We have the staff, we have the knowledge, the expertise, the search engine optimization, and we've built this whole platform. And then this contractor company comes to us. They pay us for leads, yeah. But what do we get? The best we can get is a contract where at least we can guarantee 6 months or 12 months of income or whatever it is. I don't know if they do contracts or not. I'm just saying now, once the contractor pays for the initial lead, and maybe that lead turns into a customer, which turns into a client, and they build that real relationship face to face with their customer, now they get to go off and keep that customer. And then what do we get? We got to keep doing this lead generation, which is great, right? It's information age marketing. But from the perspective of these companies, it's really a win-win deal. Now, we feel like we're losing as contractors because we're spending money and not getting a return on investment. Here, think about this, like an Angie's List deal. If you do all these Angie's List or Groupon deals, and you go in and you're upset. You're like, oh, I spent all this money on all these leads, or I'm paying monthly for this marketing, advertising, these door hangers, these flyers, all this sweat equity and this money we're putting in. But once you acquire that customer, say if you get 20 customers and I don't know, 75% of them fall off. So you only keep 5 of them, but those become your clients now. And if you're doing your own due diligence and your own marketing on your end and collecting their emails and following up and great customer service and relationship communication and following up with them and asking them for referrals and positive reviews, now that's your customer that you can go on and make a profit from. So you got to pay to acquire a customer. You got to pay. We all got to pay. It costs something to acquire a customer. What is your customer acquisition cost and strategy? So now they become yours. So it's really hard to get going in the beginning because you're scrambling, working with nothing. But once you kind of get this thing going, it builds a life of its own. Now you build this foundational base of a clientele, a healthy foundation if you take care of them. And then now they're generating leads and referrals for you. So now if you don't want to expand your business, say you just want a nice, healthy, fat clientele, so you can even learn how to do small business and learn all the different modalities of small business, then you can work with that base and drive your marketing and advertising costs down almost to nothing. There are a lot of companies that don't spend any money, that you can get your initial bandit signs, or make sure you have a follow-up campaign with customers where you're giving them all, refrigerator magnets and things like that, email marketing. And now it takes on a life of its own. So I've said that in a few different ways, and I hope that makes sense. Of course, you got to pay to play. Of course, you might break even on these jobs you're initially doing. Now, if it's like a $20,000 job, we got a problem. But if it's like a $200 job and you walked away mad because you paid for that lead, or it cost you a bunch of money, and now you only made like 20 bucks off that, and you're like, I got bills to pay. I got to make money. I know, I understand, and it really sucks. So that's why, like, the first 3 years of even my small business, I was working 90 hours a week, 7 days a week, because it was the Sundays where I was even making any profit, right? And now I've driven it back down to we're only out in the field working 5 days a week. And then now I take Mondays, and Mondays specifically for doing stuff like this, and for following up with customers and working from home. Saturdays are now quotes. We've worked every Saturday though because we're so busy. But yeah, you got to pay to acquire the customer, but then once you get it, you've got it. It's like a piece of equipment. You got to cough up the $300-400 for that little piece of equipment, but then once you got it, it's yours. As long as you take care of it, it should last. So I hope that makes sense. And get back to work here. This house right here is $199 to clean the windows outside only. The house we just left before this was $225 to clean the windows, and the house after this is another $199. It seems to be the sweet spot. I'm trying to raise it up to $225 per house, but I'm getting a little bit of resistance here. It depends on where you're at. I hear some guys are charging $199 just to do a little ranch. I don't know how you're getting that, but I would like to learn how. If you're getting a lot more money than I'm talking about right now, like $200 to clean the outside windows of this house, 2 hours, we average about $100 an hour. Okay, cool. That's the end of the video. Like this video, share it if it creates any value for somebody else you might know, and then let me know in the comments below, and hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much.